Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa. This week we have been talking about shifting into financial abundance. Regardless of how much money you already have, everyone can further develop their relationship with money in a way that is healthy and inspiring and expansive and doesn't leave us feeling contracted or bad. Today we're specifically talking about thinking about money in the same way that we think about eating food. And the reason that I love these kind of examples is whether we are in scarcity or abundance, the thought processes apply whether we're talking about money or food or time or relationships or any number of things. When we are eating food and we are investing essentially in our body, eating healthy meals that are designed to give us energy, that are designed to make us full so we're not distracted while our stomachs are all growling, that are designed to keep our skin and hair shiny and our bodies healthy. When we are investing in ourselves in that way, it's similar to when we're investing our money, whether that's in education, whether that's in our health, whether that's in our relationships. When we are eating and we notice that all of a sudden something has gone awry and now we've wanted to binge on some unhealthy food. We, really want a piece of cake, or we really want some chips, or, we are feeling tempted to go for, fast food when we don't normally eat that sort of thing. In the same way that in those moments, we would know that would be emotional eating. There's something else going on, right? It's not that our body is actually craving fries because it wants them and they're healthy. We know that something is going on. Something has triggered us. Something has scared us. Something has made us feel really sad. And eating those foods provides some sort of comfort. When we look at our relationship with money, I would encourage you to look at it in much the same way. When money comes in and we are choosing to invest it in, putting a roof over our heads, or our vacation home, or a fancy vacation which provides for a lot of rest and recharge for ourselves and our loved ones and is relationship building, those are awesome investments. And how is it different when we instead have a bad day and we go out and we buy something impulsively, maybe regretting it later? In much the same way, we do that with food, right? We may go eat a giant piece of chocolate cake and then regret it later. And so when we look at the way that money moves, that energy moves through our system, it comes in, it goes out. When we look at that flow, we can discern how often are we investing it in a healthy way versus how often are we sort of binging on those chips or that chocolate cake or drinking alcohol or something in a way that we know is not serving our health. How often are we letting that resource go uninvested in bringing us good and instead just sort of fizzle away, or worse yet, in a way that makes us feel badly about ourselves? As we examine our relationship with money, we find a lot of correlation with our relationship with time, our relationship with food, our relationship with each other here on the planet. And those relationships are so fascinating to me because when we shift one, we shift the others. It's part of the reason why in our Facebook group, the Abundanteers, we're creating abundance in all areas of life, because it's no longer about being all about the career and letting your health slide. Because when your health goes, what else do you have? Or it's not all about being all about one relationship and letting all your other relationships slide. It's about creating abundance in all areas of life. And I encourage you to look at your relationship with money. Look at whether or not you're choosing to invest it, whether you're emotionally spending it instead, and what the message for you is when that impulse comes. In the same way that we've been trained by our doctors and by health coaches and personal trainers to notice when we feel the impulse to binge on an unhealthy food, notice the impulse to binge spend or to choose to sabotage your own investment priorities by letting the resources flow through you in an unhealthy way. Because when you get to the root of that issue, everything changes. That's when you shift into abundance in all areas of life.